guys, for the grammar in this unit, we're going to focus on colons and semicolons. So when you're using a semicolon, there's a couple different ways that you'll want to use it. So the first is by joining two independent clauses. If you'll think back to the L1 lessons, we talked about an independent clause as a complete sentence, and you don't use conjunctions. So we go to the museum to do some research is a complete clause, independent clause. It's pretty quiet there is a complete sentence as well. We got our semicolon, and notice this is not capitalized. Okay? Don't use coordinating conjunctions after the semicolon either, or then it's breaking the rule. If you're going to use a coordinating conjunction, you need to use it with a comma instead. So another way to use it is to with conjunctive adverbs. So a conjunctive adverb are going to be phrases like, or words like however. Okay, so the students have been advised against walking alone at night. There's our complete sentence. However, Kathy decided walking wasn't dangerous, so if it was early in the evening, another complete sentence joined by a semicolon, no punctuation. And the reason you can use these types of conjunctions is because using it still makes it a complete sentence, what follows after it. If you put and here, sorry, you can't even read that, and it's pretty quiet there, that's not a complete sentence, so it breaks the rule of the semicolon. And then finally, you can use a semicolon to separate units of a series when one or more of the units contains commas. So the conference has people who have come from Moscow, Idaho, Springfield, California, Alamo, Tennessee, and other places as well. Okay? Because you're using these commas to separate the city from the state, it would get super confusing if you used commas where the semicolons were. So that's why you'd want to use semicolons in this situation. Colons are going to be used to introduce an item or a list if the list comes after a complete sentence or independent clause. So there are 3 things every dog needs. Make sure that's a complete sentence. Whatever comes before the colon needs to be a complete sentence. Okay, and then you have your colon, and then you have your list. You can also use a colon to introduce a bulleted list. So if you're writing a paragraph and you say like, well, don't use you, but I'm just an example. You need, colon, water, and so on. You could also use a colon to introduce extended quotations or any quotations. We talked about this in R1. So you have your complete sentence, You have your complete sentence here, ending with a colon that's introducing this quotation. So what I'm going to have you do is rewrite these sentences with the correct punctuation. Okay, so think about, I didn't put anything that needs a comma in there. You'll notice I already have some commas in there, so I just want you to solely focus on your so rewrite these, put a semicolon or colon where necessary, and let me know if you need help.